All right, everybody, welcome to Rogues Gallery Live. This is show number 27. I can't believe we're already to 27. We just got another guest added to the stream here. Anyway, today we're going to be talking on this show about extreme shipping costs. We have a lot to say about that. We also have a potential Wonderfest wish list. Talk a little bit about that, and if time allows, we're going to do a live unboxing back here. As you can see me on the screen here. Just remove myself from the screen here. Like, see ya, have a good night. Back here, right here, I've got a Superpowers Batman, the variant from Tweeterhead. I'm really excited. We're going to do a live unboxing, and I want to thank Todd from Spec Fiction for making this possible today. We'll talk more about that here in just a minute. But anyway, welcome everybody to the chat and welcome to the gallery. I want to do my introductions really quick. With us, as always, from Wayne Manor North, Mr. Dan Dufault is with us tonight.
Hey, everybody. Glad to be here. Hey, Chris. Hey, guys.
Hello. We also have from Secret Sanctuary, Mr. Jeff Delaney.
Nice to be back.
Welcome back. We're really glad to have you back on the show. With us again from Mac Collections on YouTube, Mr. Mac Main's with us.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well.
Doing great. And, of course, Mr. Jeff Morris. Welcome back to the show, sir.
Hello.
How are you doing tonight?
Doing good.
That's great. That's great. Well, anyway, like I said today, I wanted to talk a little bit about what's been going on with shipping, and because there's been a lot of, I guess you could say, controversy lately with not only shipping prices, but I also want to talk specifically about some things that are happening with Prime One. And so that's kind of what we're going to be doing the first part of the show. And then, like I said, the second half will go into the live unboxing. But I do want to say hello to the chat really quick. We've got Chris Verde in the house. Archangel, how's it going? Got some love from Mac right there. JW Statues is with us. Travis Billington. Dark Ranger, how's it going? Jarhead Junkie's with us again. Last Kryptonian. Edwin Diaz is here. Kenneth Ayers, Showtime, that's right. Sailor High Performance. Is there a good Batman versus Superman Batman statue? The Sideshow one's pretty cool.
Yep.
Let's see, Impulse Collecting's with us. Hey, Junior Statue Collector is in the house. Hey, Junior, congratulations on your new statue. They just did an unboxing over at MCE. Was it Monday night? Awesome statue. Hawkman, really cool.
Yeah. Statue's a beast.
It is insane. Yeah, so good. So good. Let's see, who am I missing? Sean Pace is here. Gabriel Ross. Alan Kiefer. And we'll say hello to you guys as well in the chat as we go. But anyway, the first topic that I want to talk about is WTF is going on with right. Not as much cussing as we're going to do on the show. But anyway, so shipping costs here lately, I kind of assumed was all because of the China trade war and things going on, because a lot of the statues are, of course, coming from China. But at the same time, we're seeing a lot of these things skyrocket. And I don't know if it is statue companies inflating the prices. I don't know if it is the shipping companies doing this. But I want to give you guys a couple of examples. Number one, there was somebody that posted last week in the Prime One forums over in the Prime One group, and they were talking about how they had a brand new pre-order and they put something in the cart, and as soon as they did, they had a price of shipping. Generally, if you buy Prime One from the States, it's usually $200-300 ish, depending on what you're buying to get it over here, whether it's economy shipping or whether it is standard shipping, which takes a lot longer. So anyway, he said he put the item in his cart and then he took it out, put it back in, and it was a different price. and then he took it out back in and checked it again, and it was a higher price. And then he did this like 5 or 6 times, and each time it was higher. So I don't know what that is. Also, on my end, this week my wait list converted over at Sideshow for the Prime 1 Deathstroke. And I was very excited about that. It's the EX. I did go ahead and buy it, much to my chagrin. But whenever I saw the shipping cost, my jaw hit the floor. It is 2 boxes for him, and it was $340.
Wow.
That's what I paid in shipping, $340 from Sideshow. I've heard of people that live in California that got it for like around $50 shipped. So I don't know, again, what that is to go over 3 or 4 states, if it's worth $340 or that much more. I don't know. But I would like to kind of hear your thoughts. Like, what are you guys seeing in the groups? Are you experiencing these same high costs when it comes to shipping?
Well, I jumped on the Prime 1 website today and just looked at shipping costs for about a dozen different statues, all with economy shipping. And yeah, the results are really weird. Like the Dark Knight Returns Batman, economy shipping is only $63, but the Dark Knight Returns Superman is $188. So that doesn't make any sense to me at all.
No, and I'm seeing that statues that are like super big and heavy, they are costing a lot less than the smaller, just boxes in general. So I find that really weird.
And some of the older pieces are still cheap. You can get like the Arkham Knight Harley, economy shipping for me on that is still $27.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
So
great.
I know that like the post office, they will do surcharges on boxes that are oversized. But like that's still an oversized box, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but you're in California.
Yeah.
So you're not too far from Sideshow. So I feel like everything
About
I've
an hour
heard,
away.
everything I've heard from people in California, they seem like they get pretty much a decent rate.
My Justice League Wonder Woman was $50.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And was it 2 boxes?
Yeah. Well, it's 2 boxes because it was the Ultimate Edition with the extra bust, but it was $50 for the whole thing.
So Junior Statue Collector, I have his comment up here. He says they charged me $300 for Deathstroke. So I'm in the middle of the country, $340. He's way back east, which is all the way across the country from Sideshow, $300.
Yeah, that's
What do you think? What do you think that is? That's crazy to me.
I mean,
I think. Go ahead, Matt.
and I was gonna say it's just insane, man. I don't really know. I don't really get the prices on what's going on with these statues here lately. I can't. I'm trying to remember what I paid for Hush Soups to get from Sideshow in here, but I think it was like $100 or so.
The only thing I wonder is, since we're in this kind of weird phase with Sideshow, where they've gone through this divorce with Prime 1, but there are these remaining pieces that are still arriving and have to ship. If maybe they're not doing the slow boat on them, maybe everything's coming to Sideshow by air and they're passing on those shipping costs to the customer. It's just a theory, but I don't know. That the only thing that has changed is that we have this divorce going on between Sideshow and Prime 1. And maybe that is the reason why their shipping has changed. I don't know.
So you think they've inflated the prices?
For everything.
Say that again, Jeff.
Sideshow is charging more shipping for everything.
So let's see what this says here. I just bought the Prime 1 Yennefer from Sideshow, and shipping was around $70, and the Prime 1 Huntress was $85. And this is to Missouri. I guess I just got lucky. So I had Huntress. I actually ended up selling her to make room for my Poison Ivy coming. But I think I paid around the same price, and that was for 2 large Prime 1 boxes, and that was just like a month ago. So I can't imagine mean, going from 85 for 2 boxes to 340, I just don't understand where they get numbers from. Maybe it's weight. I mean, it could be weight. Maybe Deathstroke's a lot heavier than Huntress was.
Well, was it Dan? Was it you that posted on Facebook about Gotham by Gaslight and the high shipping cost on that?
Yeah, it's at about somebody posted it was $315.
And what scale is that?
1/5.
Fifth.
1/5, yeah.
Yeah, Jeff, was that you that posted that?
Yeah,
I thought maybe you
it
did.
was more expensive. It's more expensive to ship it when I checked it a day or two ago.
Yeah,
$365.
360.
And the day that they released it, it was only 200 and something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is nuts, right?
Well,
Yeah.
to give you an idea, and I don't know how this applies to estimated shipping costs for pieces that aren't available yet, but the 0-year Batman that I've got on PO with them, the estimated shipping cost is $200. Now, again, I don't know. I'm sure they'll jack that up when it actually releases, but
Say 200 sounds like a bargain.
$200 for that thing. It's a beast. The base is 27 inches.
Yeah, massive piece.
Yep.
I put the quote here from a Jarhead Junkie. It says they have multiple warehouses in different regions. I have seen some posts this week from people in Prime One. I'm going to go off on just a little bit of a rant with Prime One. I am a massive Prime One fan. I absolutely love their products. I can't wait to get more in. But I feel like they're very distant, and it's hard to get not necessarily a hold of them through an email type system, but there's not really a front face to the company other than John Pham. And he says that he is just doing this like as a part-time or for a hobby or whatever to help the company out. But it's frustrating because people have so many questions, especially when it comes to things like this. I wish that they had a little, I don't know, like, I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a front head person
There's no public spokesperson.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Nobody you can go to. They're kind of like the government. Take it or leave it. Here we go.
Yeah.
This says Prime One and XM are stupid for not having warehouse hubs here in the United States. Not sure why they don't, but it just makes no sense that probably 60 or 70% of their market base resides here.
Right.
I don't know if the market base is that big in the United States. I'm not sure. But it has been discussed for quite a while about warehouses coming to the United States. And in the Prime One group this week, they did talk a little bit about that they're still trying to find a location. But that would make a big difference, I would think. However, if Sideshow is charging that amount, will Prime One, even if they get a warehouse here, will they still charge these inflated prices? And again, some of it might be set by them, or some of it might be set by the postal services, because somebody had a great analogy or a great example in the comments today. They said, the postal companies, they like small boxes because they can fit a whole bunch more in their trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Where you have these big boxes, they're taking up room, so they're having to compensate for that space. Does that make sense to you guys?
I suppose.
I guess, yeah.
But it sucks because we're the ones having to pay for that. Let's see what it says here. Like anything overseas, you may get killed on the shipping costs, but overseas orders, I don't pay sales tax, so I'm fine because overseas the tax is in the price of the item, unlike the U.S. Also, did you guys see that Sideshow is charging tax now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
So that is
Toys
also
started to sell. You pay tax with them now. Almost all of them are charging sales tax.
so that has been was that cost ever like built in? Do you think, or do you think it's now just an extra charge?
Extra.
Nothing new for me. I've been paying it all along.
Do you know what the percentage is there?
Well, for me, it's 7.75.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not only are these statues becoming astronomical in price over the last 5 years, Then you add sales tax. Then you add hundreds of dollars on shipping that could be used for a premium format or something else. So do you guys feel like we're at a major tipping point right now if this continues with shipping costs the way they are?
I would say so. Yeah. I mean, the higher the higher the cost of these pieces go, and the tax rate jump. I mean, it's going to make these things almost not even like, I don't know. It kind of brings me to the point where I'm like, maybe I don't even want it, you know?
Yeah. What about you guys?
I have no pre-orders with Prime 1 or XM right now.
Is there a reason?
Shipping.
Shipping.
Well, Prime 1 doesn't I'm predominantly quarter scale, and Prime 1 doesn't really have too many quarter scale pieces. XM does, but I don't want to pay that shipping anymore. And also just the fact that most statues aren't retaining their value. So if there's something from XM I really need, and I can be patient, I can get it down the road for a better price.
Yeah, it's true.
Would you feel even more differently if you weren't in California?
Oh, it'd be great. Well, now that everybody's paying sales tax, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's also, there's 10 pieces I could order from Prime 1 right now if I had the space for 1/3 pieces, but I don't. So that's part of the reason too. Everyone's also struggling with space. But yeah, money's a big deal. And if suddenly you've got sales tax and shipping, that's going to affect anybody, I would think.
Yeah.
Dan, what about you?
Yeah, it's just, it's pushing the total for the piece. If, that's what I like to do, is just kind of, one of those guys, which I think a lot of us are, that I've got my stuff in my collection in a spreadsheet, and I look at the total cost. I look at space, as Jeff was just mentioning, and I've got 3 pieces with PO right now. Romeo Joker, which I don't believe you're going to see anywhere else. I've got Batman Who Laughs, which is just, in my mind, a masterpiece. And I've got that 0 Year Batman, which another one that I don't think you'll see anywhere else. And that's primarily the reason why I have those pieces on PO, because honestly, the shipping, the total cost of the piece, just gets to be too much and difficult to justify, on both dimensions, cost and space. So that will, barring something really special, that would probably be it for me from Prime 1. I can be patient. And I also like and collect quarter scale as well. So, which, keeps a lot of avenues open.
Does it make you guys, I know myself, Dan, and Mac especially, we're really into the 1/3. We like a lot of the 1/3 scale stuff. Does that eventually, do you think that you're going to be less likely to get those pieces down the road if it continues like this and go more towards smaller scales?
I would say for the cost, for the total in cost, yeah. I mean, you're already paying a lot for the piece, and then the shipping on top of that, and then the tax. You say that you have that you have that Bane that's kind of coming out. That piece is what, almost $3,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you add the tax onto that, or the shipping cost. It's going to be at least for what, $800, probably $600 to get it shipped to the States. You think?
I don't know. That's one that I have on my list that I haven't pre-ordered yet, but I really do want to add him.
Yeah.
But
yeah, my fingers are hovering over that button too.
So Sonny here brings up a great point, and I don't know how much play they get, but Big Bad Toy Store, company here in the United States, they do $4 shipping, flat rate on the big statues. So how do you think they get away with that?
So my guess is, Chris, they look at their business on a blended margin, right? Because they deal a lot in figures and a whole multitude of scales, and they're looking at blended margin across all their lines. They're not just looking at the margin on those statues at an individual level.
Plus, they charge a little bit more for their items too, so they're covering that.
So they don't have to eat that cost as much.
Right.
And sometimes it takes longer to get pieces from Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lost my train of thought. What I was going to say about that.
Chris, what about you? Does it slow your roll on the 1/3?
I did this week.
I'm going to say no, at least not yet.
Yeah.
But what I need to do is start budgeting for that. Where I, in the past, have my spreadsheets and I have my total and how much I took out for the deposit and how much I have used in points or whatever. And then I keep that running total, but I never factor in shipping to that total. I just always say, it's going to be 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks. It'll just be, on a $1,200 statue, that's pocket change.
Right.
But now, if that is the new norm, which I pray it's not, that's going to have to factor into that, and it's going to affect how many I buy.
Sure.
Because if I'm buying 3 or 4 statues a year and paying $300 each time, I mean, that's taking away a statue.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Really, which does stink. And which I would think that the statue companies, if they would be mad about that, I'm sure they're not happy about it either, because that's got to be costing them sales. I mean, that's got to be how I got my Deathstroke. I was on the wait list. So I think the only reason I got it is because people saw that 340 and they're like, screw this.
Yeah.
I'm not paying it. And I messaged you guys the other night. I'm like, I don't want to pay that.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But I couldn't believe it. Especially after being a loyal customer to Sideshow and Prime One, and then and expecting it to be around $60 to $80. I was really shocked. Really shocked.
Yeah, so it's definitely going up because I'm going through my my orders now and everything. It's $200 about the max that I've paid shipping for the 1/3 from Sideshow Prime One pieces. I think the highest was Doomsday. It was $275.
And you already paid it?
Yeah, I already paid it.
And how long ago was that?
That was
a year ago.
Yeah, almost a year ago. So the highest to date is $275, and then Hush was $100. I just got it.
So when you saw that $275, what did you think?
At first, I was like, that's a lot, but that's not the most I paid to shipping. I've got one that's stupid, even worse than that. But Hulkbuster is by far the worst shipping cost ever, and I'll never pay that again. That was I saw the shipping cost on that, and I almost had to. Oh man, I almost had to.
Do you care to divulge that information?
Oh man, do I want to? All right, so to get Hush shipped over from overseas was $800. $800.
Wow.
$800. Wow. And how many boxes?
Two big boxes, massive, heavy boxes.
Wow. Yeah, I think I'd be sick for a month.
Yeah, I was sick. I remember when I paid that separate because I paid for the statue, and then I had to pay that separate by itself. And I just remember it's like that's the whole nother statue, Prime One statue.
Wow, that is just crazy.
Yeah.
Somebody in the groups either yesterday or today said that they had ordered that Batman where he's fighting the Joker, that Joker dragon from Prime One. I can't think of the piece, the Batman metal piece, and he was quoted $810 for that piece.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
No way.
And that's 1/4 scale, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 1/4.
I mean, gee, Merry Christmas. That's just crazy.
Yeah. I don't even like saying it. And Chris Verd, he understands too. I'm sorry, man.
Right there. He must have that as well.
Yeah, he blames me for making him buy it. I mean, it's an awesome piece. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I mean, you got to really, really want something to spend $800 to have it shipped.
Yeah.
So like, oh man, that's why I keep going back to that that Prime One Bane. It's going to be similar,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That'll be a big one.
Yeah. So
this one says Spark Extractor says, "Wow, I got a fabric Hush cape a fabric Hush Superman for $100 economy shipping, and they refunded me $50 because it took 4 months to ship it.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Again, I just don't understand, and I wish Prime One would come out and explain it, of why all the prices are different for different pieces, different weights, and it just doesn't make any sense. I would really like some clarity on that.
Yeah. Batman Noel, $36 for economy shipping.
There you go.
See, how is that? That's crazy, right?
Oh, no.
And that's from the Prime One website?
Yeah.
So do you guys think
It's $30 to ship.
yeah. So after
from Sideshow. And the last one that I bought was, it's a Hot Toy box. They were $20 in December. So that's roughly $10 in a month.
And that is certainly not oversized.
No,
And it's not heavy.
no.
Just insane. This says the logical explanation to high U.S. shipping charges is due to the economical war with China. But what about the Middle East? I really don't get it. We are even higher, and I hear that all the time. We're complaining in the United States, but I hear overseas it's way worse a lot of the time. But they're just used to it. We haven't been used to it the last couple of years. But yeah, there's always going to be excuses, but I feel like most of it's probably just greed, and it's unfortunate because it is going to affect the hobby, I think. But again, there are a lot of options for collectors. Just because we like the big stuff doesn't necessarily mean that that's what most people collect.
right.
So there are a lot of options, 1/6 and 1/5 scale, that's going to be much more reasonable. At least you would hope, from local retailers and stuff like that. Of course, you can also go to your local comic book shop and have them deliver it to the store and pick it up if you're lucky enough to have one. But
If you don't want the X, yeah.
yeah, if you don't want the X, and that's the main thing.
If there's one, if you have a store.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, which I don't have one.
More worldwide licenses would help.
Yeah, worldwide licenses would help, and also, like I said, I think if they could get their warehouse situation under control,
Mhm.
and I don't know what would be that difficult. Like we have like 5 empty warehouses right here in my town that's empty all the time. Like, why is it hard to find a place that could just be? But maybe it's more of the logistics of hiring people here or getting those packages shipped. I just don't know.
Yeah. Or like that, if you think like too, like they got to pay like that. What's that tax that I paid on Joker to get that shipped here?
Oh, that
import tax.
yes, and that now is included. But me and you were both in the exact same boat when we got that. I got that. You got that bill, right?
Yeah, I got the tax. Yeah, the bill right afterwards, and I was like,
I got a bill in the mail. I'm like, what? Why do I have to pay this? It was like $60 or whatever it was. And that was right when the trade war started because there was so much up in the air. Of course, that's constantly changing, and who knows? Eric says Prime One's economy shipping most likely using bidding for private transporters. That's interesting.
Yeah,
I've heard that theory before too.
Crazy, really crazy.
Yep, that they're bidding, and it almost works. I'm not that familiar with it, but when you look at trucking with God, I don't remember the acronyms, like less than full loads, half full loads, and they'll make available space on trucks to move from point A to point B, and depending on how much space they have left and how close they are to the point of time of departure, the price goes down and down and down, and they bid it out like that. And I've heard the same thing with shipping, like we're talking about.
That's really interesting. Mm-hmm. Well, bottom line is there's not a solution. We're not solving any problems today, but it does make you think and maybe make you plan a little bit differently about how you pre-order these statues or purchase these statues. It does make me worried because for a long time we've been talking about, is the bubble going to burst at any moment? And that was always because of just cost of the statue. And we always say we've got to be there. We've got to be there. But at the end of the day, people keep buying.
We've been talking about a bubble in the golden age comic books for about 25 years now.
Yeah. People keep buying, right?
Hasn't popped yet. Still going
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah. And the statue companies or the shipping companies, they're going to keep pushing that button until people aren't buying anymore. And that's just the way life is anymore. It sucks, but it's one of those things. Really, at the end of the day, you do have the option whether you buy or not. And we're of course going to complain about it because we don't like to pay it. But again, really, it just comes down to what you want to spend. And if you don't want to spend that money, it's too bad you have to miss out. But again, there's lots of different options out there for collectors to spend a little bit less.
It's not too bad for quarter scale collectors. I think people will disagree with me, but I think Sideshow has been on a pretty good run for the past year plus. I think their art direction has been pretty good. I've bought more pieces from them in the last year than I ever have.
Way better.
And even, XM, the shipping on Deathstroke was $90. It's not too bad.
Mhm.
That's a worldwide license, but still, It's bearable.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you on Sideshow. I think that they've been doing a really nice job from where they were, because they were just awful there for a long time.
Yeah.
And they've really improved. And I'm really like my latest one is the Catwoman I have back here, wherever she's at, right back here. But I'm really excited for some of the pieces they've done. Their X-Men pieces are phenomenal.
Yeah.
Just really, really good. So I think you're right. I think there's always going to be options that are better. I just wish that some of the other companies could figure something out to help collectors offset those costs just a little bit. Because again, if I didn't have to pay more in shipping, I would definitely be buying more statues from them.
Right.
And I think most people would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we've kind of exhausted this topic. I do want to move on just a little bit. Just for a few minutes, I wanted to talk a little bit about. Let me see. I don't think I have that graphic. Sorry. I want to talk a little bit about Wonderfest for a few minutes. They did talk this week that Wonderfest is coming up. Prime One is very rare anymore to do these big conventions. They rely very heavily on their store where they do their reveals, which personally I don't like as much. I liked those big convention tours. I just think they really showed off the pieces really nice. And they did announce that there will be no DC or comic book related pieces at this event, which of course made me really sad. I was really hoping. They did say anime and video games, and so then I thought, well, maybe we're finally going to get the Arkham Poison Ivy that they teased last March, and we haven't heard anything about it since. Well, I did ask Kelvin Loke today in the group, and he did confirm that Poison Ivy will not be at the show. It will not have any DC pieces, period. And they will have a gallery again at their store in March. He did not say whether she would be there or not, just this that they will be having a DC-related booth again. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's a big mistake? Do you feel like Prime One, I know they have a lot of licenses, but do you feel like that some of their thunder has slipped a bit because of all this?
I don't know how popular those other licenses are. They might be phenomenally popular in Asia or anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to think I kind of feel the same way. It probably depends on where they're seeing traction. What's kind of hot in their estimation. I mean, to oversimplify it. I don't know. It seems kind of foolish to alienate when, the DC license, I have to imagine. I mean, it's where they kind of made their bones in the collecting market. It kind of seems crazy for me, from my point of view, that they alienate a whole group of collectors like that. Because, like, to your point, Chris, they don't have the pieces at shows. Now they're not going to have them at Wonderfest. I don't know. It just seems kind of foolish to me, but maybe they have a plan.
I did think that maybe part of it was that I felt like they were getting really backlogged with there was so many pre-orders and stuff was taking two or more years sometimes to get into collectors' hands. And now it's weird because there's been a lot of pieces that have come to collectors like 4 or 5 months early.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Like the Huntress I got, I think it was like 4 or 5 months early. So again, I wish I had some clarity into what was going on because it just seems so odd to me. But regardless, are you guys excited at all about anime or video game statues?
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I dabble in the video games myself, so I do like some video game characters enough to buy statues, but it's not something that I would consider, filling up my collection with. But I get it, but
Probably not going to pay $500 to ship it.
absolutely true. I would not do that. So I don't think I'm going to do that again. That was like kind of one and done type of thing, unless there's something comes out that I just have to have. But I might consult Chris to tell me not to do that when that comes.
Well, I mean, it is always fun to see those pieces. It's fun to see the new art and to see how the art improves. And I always appreciate that.
Yeah.
Those conventions, I used to get so excited. I was there just to see even a glimpse of a new DC or Marvel or whatever piece. But I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like something's been missing lately. I haven't been doing those. They did do one, I think, last summer, but it's been very few and far between since. And
it seems like to me too that they just kind of rehash the same characters over and over again. So like, for me, it's just, in order for me to get, I guess, a newer piece, it'd have to definitely knock off the older piece.
Yeah.
So like that new Deathstroke, I like it, but I don't know if I like it more than the the video game version, even though it's more comic based. But I contemplated getting it, but I just don't know if it's something that I want to add to the collection without maybe getting rid of the one that I have already.
Yeah. Sean Pace says, I wonder if Injustice will count as video games, as hoping update on Wonder Woman. Otherwise curious about Horizon Zero Dawn or Resident Evil. I can tell you, Sean, that they said Kelvin did confirm no DC pieces. So, again, that kind of stinks, but all right. Do you guys want to do a live unboxing?
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Let's see if I get my camera back here far enough here so you guys can see what's going on. But there's some stuff back here. All right. So I'll be reviewing this bad boy right here, and this is the box right here. Jeff, you have the blue one, right?
Yeah.
Both Jeffs do.
Yeah, both Jeffs. That's right. I gotta remember we have two Jeffs. I like it. And then we have our third Jeff coming because Dan's going to change his name.
That's right. He's in training.
Training, yes.
Take 10 minutes to get this out of here. There we go. And you guys both really like your blue edition.
Yeah.
I have seen the blue in person, but I have not seen the black in person yet.
Same with me, yeah.
So Jeff Delaney, while Chris is cutting that tape, I'm curious about your 1/3 scale Trinity. What are you doing about soups for that Trinity?
I canceled Soups, and I returned Wonder Woman.
Oh, wow. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was looking at it and thinking, well, this was $1,400. Would I rather have this statue or $1,400?
Yep.
And contacted Sideshow, and they were they seemed anxious as heck to take it back. It was absolutely no problem at all, and so I returned it. So I am keeping the Batman though. So
Yep.
I think it's the best of the three, in my opinion.
Why did you return them?
Well, I returned the Wonder Woman. Gosh, it's hard to describe. I wasn't crazy about the texturing on the skin. Like I said in my review, it had kind of a goosebumps look to it.
Mm-hmm.
The light up function was ridiculously bad. The likeness was maybe 90%. It was a really kind of a tough decision. I literally you have a 30-day window. I waited till like day 28. And just decided for that much money, I need to be better than happy with it. I need to be thrilled with it. And I wasn't thrilled.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very cool.
Looks great, Chris.
Here's the base right here. You can tell it's got amazing weathering. It almost looks like copper and a patina. It's really neat. And it's got the edition size on the bottom.
And that's high for Tweeterhead.
Yeah, it is. 500.
Yeah.
The base is really cool. That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. And again, this is the variant version. Right there.
Very cool.
Paint looks amazing. Tweeterhead always does such a great job with their paint.
The quality, their paint is fantastic. The level of detail is awesome.
Again, these are great size-wise if you don't have a ton of space.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool base.
So the utility belt is different than the blue one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Huh. What's different on it?
The blue one has like
The
individual capsules. It doesn't have the yours has. It has more like individual capsules.
That's cool. I didn't realize the belts were different.
Yeah.
So the cape is sculpted.
Wow. Bigger than I thought.
It's bigger here. I'll show you.
Wow.
It's funny how everything is bigger than what we always thought.
True,
Yeah.
Mac.
You have an idea right here on me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Show you the face.
That's
Face
an
is a little darker than I was expecting.
interesting tact. I didn't know that the head was integrated with the cape like that.
I didn't either.
That's cool. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
We should
Yep.
put the
Yeah, it's
logo
nice.
on first. Nice strong magnet. Gonna show you guys. There he is.
It's a great looking piece.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like it.
Jeff, is that the same portrait we have on the blue one?
I think so. Let me
Okay.
hang on.
Paint. I'm going to show you. See if I can get real close to his face here. Maybe I don't know if the camera will.
That's good. Right there, Chris.
Yeah, that's good.
His beard in person is pretty dark.
Yeah, I
Well,
noticed that.
I'm not sure the blue one has that much 5 o'clock shadow.
It doesn't.
I'm kind of surprised because it just really looks.
Oh, the ears are shorter.
Yeah,
They are.
the ears
Yep.
are shorter.
They're shorter than the blue one.
I didn't know that there were changes. I really thought it was just a straight paint change.
Hang on. There. I put mine on camera.
Here, let me switch you over, Jeff. Hold on a second.
Okay.
The ears are shorter. He doesn't really have much. He has a little bit of shadow, but not as much.
Yeah. Yeah, I like both of those a lot.
Yeah, me too.
This is one of those ones where it almost would be cool to have both.
Yeah,
Right.
I have him with the Julie Newmar.
very nice.
Yeah.
Are
And
they-
I'm wondering if they did the darker beard because it's a darker look.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
You know?
And the cape is nice. It's big, but you can definitely move another piece like Catwoman or the Joker right in so that his cape goes behind them, so it doesn't take up too much space on a shelf.
Yeah, nice.
The size of him.
Yeah, because I have him sitting on a pretty narrow space, so he doesn't take up very much depth.
Right.
But he's a cool piece.
Yep.
And again, I want to thank Todd at Spec Fiction for allowing me to review this. I'm really excited about that. We also have one coming soon with Dan. Dan's going to be reviewing Catwoman for us, so I'm really excited about that. But this is a beautiful piece, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And again, I highly recommend Spec Fiction. Todd is amazing. He is so easy to communicate with. If you guys ever have any problems, just send him an email and he takes care of issues just like that. I know Dan has had an incredible experience with Todd, hooking him up with some XM things.
Yeah, Todd's great.
Yep. He's a good guy.
He's an awesome guy.
So definitely check out Spec Fiction. I'll put the link down below in the show notes, just so you guys, if you need it. But it's just speculative. I say spec, but it's speculative fiction. So that's awesome. Ark says I like the Robin that goes with it. Robin will be coming out soon.
Mhm.
They're also coming out with at least Chad has said that they have plans. We have a photo to look at here in just a bit of the Poison Ivy. They teased her. I've actually Chad has shared the full reveal of her with me, and she's going to be very popular, I think. But he wants to do all the villains, Penguin and everybody else. So this is a fun line, and I think they're awesome.
Hey, Chris, Dark Ranger's asking how heavy he is.
How heavy? I don't have a scale. Let me see if the box. Hold on. Let me go see if the box said. Whoa.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure. He is. I don't know. I think less than 10 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that, Jeff? I don't know.
It's not very heavy. Plus, they're made out of porcelain, I think, versus polystone is heavy.
Yeah, full cast porcelain.
Wow.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I'm looking forward to their Starfire.
Oh, she's beautiful.
She's great.
Yeah, this is going to be such an impressive line when you line them all up together.
The Batgirl looks nice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I really
Lantern.
like the Robin, that Batman.
So, Jeff Delaney, are you all in on this line?
I have many of them on pre-order. I've got 8 or 9 of them right now. But as I said before, I'm trying to move explicitly to quarter scale, and Tweeterhead is my one stumbling block because I do really like them.
Yeah.
But gosh, I probably have 5 or 6 on pre-order, and I have no idea where they're going to go. No idea at all.
Collector problems, right?
Your
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Cool and Collected says 21 pounds.
Yeah, that's
Wow. 21.
Doesn't feel like 21 to me, but
Yeah. Most sideshow PFs aren't even 21 anymore.
yeah, maybe that was with the shipping. I don't know, but it
Yeah,
doesn't
that might
feel
be
like
dimensional weight.
I mean, if you're worried about like putting him on a detol for something, don't worry. Yeah, he's not that heavy. Now this really makes me regret selling that Joker because I had the Joker.
Oh, I love that piece.
That's a great piece.
I mean that's my biggest problem is that I love these pieces, but I always say, well, I'm going to stick to 1/4 or I'm going to stick to 1/3. so many darn good pieces out there.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
It is so hard.
It is, but I think everybody in this chat is in the same boat, right?
Complete victim. Yep.
It's crazy.
But on the other hand, I don't want to be cluttered.
Yep. Yeah, I know. And that's actually going to be a topic we were going to talk about it tonight. We'll save it for the next show. We're going to talk about collecting problems with space and pieces that we have on display. Dan had a really good idea for that. So, Dan, we'll save that for the next show, okay?
Yep, that sounds good. Something that's going to get a lot of interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want the show to run too long, but you guys want to look at pictures real quick before doing that?
Yeah, do it. Sure.
Okay, let's look at some. There weren't a ton this week. I did throw some photos in here. Let me see. All right, can you guys see the pictures big here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep, got it.
Okay. So I threw in some pictures that just kind of controversial topic this week of how big Batman is from Prime 1 compared to the other pieces. I feel like this one's not too bad. But as you go, you can really see the difference in size of scale. Have you guys seen this topic being brought up this week?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And the next pick is the one that really makes the point. Oh, no, one more pick after that one. That one.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
It's a significant difference.
Pretty crazy, the difference. These are both 1/3 scale. It seems like the rest of the line is pretty much in scale with each other except for the Ben Affleck Batman. But this one was kind of a one-off because the other piece fit more, the tactical suit Batman fit better with the rest of the line in terms of the look of the line. So maybe this one was not supposed to be in scale, but it does have some collectors kind of worried a little bit about, having one next to each other because they definitely don't look like they're the same.
They don't. And I remember when the Trinity we first got a preview of it and they gave us the specs, and I was actually posted on, I think, Statue Forum, why is Superman shorter than Wonder Woman? He was like 0.6 of an inch shorter than Wonder Woman because I think their bases are about the same. I think they match up pretty good, but as the pictures show, Batman is just way bigger than everybody.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, I like how big he is, but if you're collecting the scale, you do want them all to look about the same.
Yeah.
For sure. So anyway, some other new stuff that came out this week. I know Jeff likes to collect hot toy figures and sideshow figures. I thought this one was pretty cool. This is the Batman Beyond, and I feel like it looks just like the Prime 1 statue. I think this one's really cool. What do you think about this one, Jeff?
I think they've done a really good job with their Arkham one. I got the Deathstroke, and looks just like the Prime 1 statue.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Yeah, I think so too. I thought about getting him, just placing him kind of in the same vicinity of the statue,
Yeah.
I put him with the Jared Leto Joker and the Harley Quinn, and he fits right in with them.
Yeah, cool. So much detail. Really cool. This is another one I wanted to throw in because I hadn't seen this one, but I think it's really cool. This is a Batman Who Laughs diorama. This is from DC Collectibles, but I thought this one was really neat.
That is cool.
Yeah, they do a great job with these pieces. If you look at them in person, I think, I've looked at them in GameStop and Think Geek, and they're really cool little statues. They do a good job.
Yeah, great for the budget.
Mm-hmm.
What's the price point on that one?
I think I'm trying to remember. I think it was like 150-ish, somewhere in there.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I might be off a bit, but I think it's close to that.
Yeah, did you get a picture of the single Batman Who Laughs that they're doing? He's about 13 inches tall.
I can't remember if I have them. I'll have to cycle through here, but
That
yeah,
one looks really good too.
yeah, just I think everything they're kind of putting out right now has been really impressive.
That's creepy.
Yeah, again, just much smaller scale, but you're still getting a nice kind of bang for your buck for sure.
Yeah.
I like the old Robin look here.
Yep.
This one I threw out there some in-hand photos this week. The Captain America 1/4 scale from Iron Studio. Jeff, I know you're probably really excited about these images.
I'm anxious to see him.
And Dan, did you order this one as well?
Yep, I'll be getting this one as well.
Yeah, just really cool. He's going to look awesome in your collections.
Yep. Excited to get him in.
There's the unmasked portrait. I think they did a really good job with that. I'm amazed by how good Iron Studios portraits are.
Yeah, their likenesses, they're incredible.
Really, really good. This one, Chad just sent me today. He's actually sent me this for the last month or so, but this was the first day he wanted to reveal this. They kind of teased it in some various photos, but Dark Side is coming again from Tweeterhead. He's a really, really big piece. He's bigger than some of the other statues. And they have made some changes. They tweaked his knee, and also they made it so the shoulder pads can be removable. So I don't know how they're going to do that unless it just sits on top of the magnet. But
There's a switch out head on that one.
Yeah, switch out head. There's the switch out.
Mm-hmm.
But this was the first time today that we saw the entire full statue from the front. So,
right.
Yeah, nice.
Awesome.
Did he send a size?
No.
We have any idea? He'll be in scale to the other 1/6.
Correct. Yeah, he'll be in scale. This is still part of the Superpowers line. But I do not have a price on him yet. But he's cool. Some people have complained that he's real similar to the Sideshow version in pose, but
that's fairly common for the Superpowers line when you look at Superman, and some of the other pieces are quite similar.
I agree. Very similar poses.
Well, I think they keep the pose shelf size on those, so it makes it a little bit easier to not have to have a really wide area to keep them in.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This also went for pre-order since our last show. We got the full reveal of the Doctor Strange maquette. What do you guys think of this one now that we saw the full reveal now?
I like it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's all right. I think it's all right. I'm definitely not. I definitely won't be getting this.
Yeah, me either.
I'm not crazy about all the cut and sew.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of cape.
Yeah.
Is that the only cut and sew? Is just the cape? Is this sculpted?
Yeah, that's sculpted.
Everything else is sculpted.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
This is sculpted. I mean, it looks like fabric, but like especially like this part right here, like that is really well done.
Yep. Okay. My mistake. That looks great.
You can see a seam there at the arm, the other arm, but that might just be the prototype. But
yeah.
Okay.
I hadn't noticed that. That's a pretty big seam.
I think even the belt sashes are sculpted.
These here, yeah, they look sculpted.
Just like they were on Elektra. Yeah.
I hope those don't break.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. I threw these in because I was kind of excited about these. I don't collect very many Funkos. I do collect Disney Funko Pops from Disney parks, but I really like this Jack Nicholson one.
Yeah.
They announced at the Toy Fair. They're also going to do a variant with the artist version with him with the melted face paint.
Right.
So they are going to have that version as well. Actually, you can see him back here.
There it is. Yep.
There was not a good photo with the whole image of him, but I was kind of excited about those. I might pick him up. And then I like this penguin too. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze. And then they also had a Two-Face, Tommy Lee Jones. And a Deathstroke. A lot of people were really excited about a Deathstroke.
That's fun. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
They also have the Uma Thurman Poison Ivy and the Jim Carrey Riddler.
Wow.
And I think they had a Michelle Pfeiffer also. But then they have the animated series Harley and a new 10-inch Super Heath Ledger, which is cool.
10-inch?
10-inch, yeah, 10-inch. That's one of their super size ones.
Oh, okay.
Big.
I bet you, so that'll probably be hot.
Yeah, I would imagine. I think that'll be popular.
Yeah.
This one I threw in just because I hadn't seen this before, and I thought it was really a fun piece. Again, from DC Collectibles. Again, sorry, it's been kind of a light statue week, but this one was
cool.
fun. Yeah, it's part of their Bombshell series. Again, a good budget piece, 1/8 scale.
Love that. PO'd. Done.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Where do you put her in your collection?
Actually, I usually will keep one or two of those right on my desk. Yeah, just kind of, I don't keep too much right on the desk, but I have one or two of those. I have actually have one here. I keep a Black Canary on the corner of my desk right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's perfect size for that.
And I don't know if you can actually, well, I guess you can't see it behind me. I've got the Bombshell Harley behind me on a shelf. They just might make nice accent pieces, not tons of them, but this one looked really good. And
especially with the Joker back here, like it just adds that extra pop of color.
Yeah, super fun.
Yep. It is fun. I know Jeff got really excited about this one this week. This was a full-size Hot Toys Iron Man. We don't know if this is going to be for sale or not. You can only imagine how much it would be.
So.
But it was kind of cool. Got some attention this week. Pretty cool piece. Let's see what else. These photos are courtesy of Junior Statue Collector. I don't know if he's still in the chat or not, but this is just an outstanding piece. I had to share it with you guys. This is in-hand photos. It's one of the best 1/3 scale pieces I think they've ever done, period. I think it's really well done.
Yeah.
You want it, Mac?
I already have it.
You did order it?
Yeah, I ordered that stupid thing.
Nice. When did you get it in?
Huh?
When do you get him?
I jumped on the wait list, so I'm on like the latter end of getting it in. So
okay,
I'm happy about that.
All right, nice. So are you on like the payment plan then?
Yeah, I've only got one more left.
Nice. Congratulations. This is so cool.
Yeah, I'd love to have that, but
yeah, I don't know where it's gonna get unboxed and be put right back in the box. I gotta move out of this. I gotta move out of this house before I can display that thing. So
after seeing him unbox it, I think I would probably have the wings like that rather than the open one.
I agree with you. I think this one that's the pose right there.
Yeah. I think that's it too. But I like them both. I think when you have it, I guess out with the rings out, I just think it definitely draws more attention to it. But I think it just depends on how you display it. But I think I tried not to watch the video a lot. I kind of skimmed through it because I didn't want it to. I kind of wanted to be a surprise for myself. But
yeah.
But yeah,
pictures where somebody had put one of the closed wings and one of the open wings, and that was kind of a cool look too.
I saw that too. That was kind of I never thought about that, but I thought that was a neat idea.
Yeah, maybe I'll try that.
Yeah. This is another one that is up for pre-order this week. We did see him at their display in Tokyo, but this is the Deadshot 1/3 scale. I do not know anything about this character other than Suicide Squad, the movie.
Yeah.
But after seeing these pictures, it is growing on me a bit. What do you guys think of this piece?
Yeah, I love that thing.
I thought this was an interesting reveal. Have they revealed any other comic book based Suicide Squad pieces?
Well, the Harley is part of the Suicide Squad line, and so is Deathstroke.
What
And they
about
also-
Katana?
Yeah, that's gonna say Katana
Oh,
too.
and Katana. Yeah,
So
right.
it's all kind of part of that same line. I mean, you could do them each separately, really, but
Sure.
So
this
the
is-
economy shipping on this guy is $259.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
it's not terrible.
It's not good.
It's not good.
It's not good, but
It's-
Well, and that's economy shipping to California, right? So
one thing that I don't love that they do is like not this picture, but some of the other pictures they show that this is a light up. It is not. Not a light
Sideshow does that too.
there is an LED illumination in this head and the other heads, but not the firing mechanism. I actually like this pose a lot with just the arms down. I think that looks cool.
Yeah.
This might be on the back burner list, but I did kind of like the broken up helmet. Thought that was kind of a neat touch.
See, I think that this piece would look really cool with the OG Deathstroke.
Yeah, I agree. I think because it's a similar pose.
Yep.
Same base. The cool thing about this base is, and I said it in my video today, that it's kind of reminds me of the Arkham bases with the three different sculptures on each side. So I think you could fit it in with your Arkham line if you wanted to,
Yeah, you could.
and it would match real nice. This was the teaser that they did from Tweeterhead, I think yesterday, of the Poison Ivy piece. So give you guys kind of an idea of what you might be getting with that piece.
I think a lot of people are going to be getting that piece.
Me too. I think there's a couple reasons why they are.
It looks good.
It does look good. This was the Alita full-size bust, fully released and fully revealed from Queen Studios. I don't know if we have any Alita fans in the group, but
I'm a fan.
me
She
too.
looks good. She's really impressive.
It was a
Yeah.
great movie.
I still haven't seen it.
Oh, it's great.
That's really good.
Yep.
Is this something you guys would ever consider liking the movie? Would you ever consider adding her?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm still considering the quarter scale piece.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good piece.
Yeah, but not this one. This one looks great, but I don't want to get into bus and I don't want to get into
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
price level.
I hear you.
Yeah. If I had unlimited amounts of money, I'd do it. Because I'd really like that movie.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. These are some in-hand photos of the Queen Studios Iron Man bust. I almost ordered this one like 20 times.
You should do it.
Oh, I love it.
I love that.
I love it.
Chris,
It's like, I have all this Batman and then I have one Iron Man piece out of the blue. I just don't know how I'd fit it.
just fit it in there. It doesn't matter. Just put it in there somewhere.
I know, and I'm so ACD
Just
ADD about it.
Chris, I asked your wife and she said it's okay.
Okay, all right. I just ordered
just make it work.
But it does look really good.
Great.
Oh, I like it. Speaking of busts, this was also revealed this week. The Vision bust. I think this one looks exactly like Paul Bettany.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
cool.
It's really impressive.
I want to see the eyes.
I think there's one.
His eyes in the movie
yeah.
looked crazy.
I mean, look at that. That's definitely Bettany right there.
Yeah.
So what are the chances that this will be priced more like the Black Panther one since there's no rooted hair?
Yeah.
I think that you might be right. I feel like it's kind of a similar design too
Mm-hmm.
as the Black Panther, and the Black Panther was very well priced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so
Like-
too.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
So I hope so. I hope so. They'll sell more units, that's for sure.
You guys think that they'll put a part of his cape back behind there too a little bit as an option?
I wondered about that.
That's
wonder.
possible. That actually would look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
Hey Matt, go on their webpage or their Facebook group and suggest it because they will definitely listen to that feedback.
All right.
They've been really good about listening.
No, but then,
That was fun.
but if I do that, they'll probably be expecting me to buy it.
I know. No kidding. No kidding.
Yeah, they're going to set one back for you.
These are from Unruly Studios, Unruly Industries, that basically is a sideshow offshoot. And but I thought these were kind of fun. They're available for pre-order right now, and you have to buy them all together as a set of 3.
They're cute.
Well, they were cute. Kind of a neat stylized version. I could see this one being popular with the ladies.
That's Catwoman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Catwoman, Poison Ivy, and Harley. But
Like a murderous slumber party group.
yep. Exactly what it is. I think that is all of them that I have. All right. Well, I think we'll just about wrap it up unless you guys have anything else you want to say or talk about.
I'll just say that this weekend there's a comic convention in Costa Mesa, California. It's the California Comic-Con. It's a very golden age, silver age, bronze age comics centered convention. You're not going to find a lot of pops there. There's not going to be much cosplay. But if you're very interested in golden age comics, it's a great show. And it's not very expensive to get into.
That sounds awesome. I love shows like that. I wish we had more locally.
Yeah.
My next one that I'm going to is Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City in March, and they've announced some really great artists
Cool.
like Stanley Archer Lau, which I've never met, and Adam Hughes is going to be there, and some others. So I'm really excited to finally meet some of those artists, but I wish we had more opportunities, at least in the middle of the country, for some of those things. But
Yeah.
I definitely want you guys, if you're still watching, to make sure you have visited Mac Collections on YouTube and Instagram. Make sure you give him a sub if you haven't. Amazing reviews, so definitely give him some love. And then also Secret Sanctuary on YouTube as well. Again, amazing reviews, awesome tweeterhead stuff. You're going to see a lot of that content and a lot of 1/4 scale reviews. So definitely check out Jeff's content as well. Dan and Jeff, Mac, and other Jeff, thank you very much for being on the show. I really appreciate it. And also to everybody that's been in the chat. We had over 100 people in there at one time tonight. So really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for listening to us ramble on about or complaining about shipping costs. But it has been a frustration for a lot of us for a little while now, and thought it needed to be talked about. I also want to thank everyone. I did a video this week about positivity and negativity in collecting. And I had so many positive comments. I think I only had 13 thumbs down so far, so not bad. But anyway, I just wanted to thank everybody that left a comment and gave a thumbs up to that video. I have had a lot of people private message me in the industry from different companies that have thanked me for that video. And so I just want to, again, thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch that video and spread the love, because I think as a community, we have the power to constantly be positive. We can definitely have our critiques and talk in a constructive manner like we did tonight, but still put a positive message out there in our reviews and in our comments. So again, thank you guys very, very much for taking the time to watch that video. I really appreciate it. And again, thank you guys for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. We'll be back in a couple weeks. I don't know what the topic will be yet, except we will talk about Dan's topic, which is a really good one. So definitely tune in for that show. We'd love to have you join us again 2 weeks from tonight. As always, thank you so very much for watching. Thanks again to the gallery, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. I'll see you in the back cave. Good night, everybody.
Take care.
Yep, we'll see you guys.